I said, you have to progress. You have to have progress, and that's like I said. We in this country, why you should feel good is we've never, even though sometimes it's a stalemate and it might be dicey for a while. I mean, just like now, police brutality and shit like that, civil rights or whatever. But we eventually get over that and we progress. Like I said, we've come a long way from 65. I mean, that's what, less than 60 years from 65 to now, or even the last 100 years. We progressed a lot. So, and it's going to keep on going. And the other people that think the other way, like they thought segregation was a terrible, or they thought integration was a terrible thing. They didn't want black people going to the same schools as white folks, or going, riding in the same bus seats and shit like that, or going to the same, or letting black people vote and shit. Those people lost. They're trying to do it again with the Voting Rights Act and everything else, but it just doesn't hold any weight. So you're going to lose again. And it's an ongoing cycle. You're going to keep losing and keep losing and keep losing. Then all of a sudden, all we're going to have is like nothing but foreigners and gay people throwing out rainbows and shit. And
Happy Pride Month.
And yeah, congratulations. It's Happy Pride Month and Juneteenth.
And Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah, that's not even it. Don't even get, see, I ain't even been able to get to that yet because I don't even that really.
You don't think it should be a holiday?
I do, just for the simple fact that I'm black.
I mean, but the 4th of July is a holiday because we got out of British rule. Right. Why should not Juneteenth be a holiday where, I won't even say, ended slavery, because it did not, but it helped move along.
It technically did end slavery. That's the problem. If you want to celebrate, and I get it, you can't celebrate this day because it's already on a holiday. But if you want to celebrate a day, you celebrate the Emancipation Proclamation. But that took into effect on January 1st, 1965, or 1865.
Yes.
So you can't celebrate that because it's already on a holiday. 1863, I'm sorry. January 1st, 1863. Juneteenth was when all the backwoods Bama, Texas slaves finally found out 2.5 years later that these motherfuckers was free. Once the Union came in at the very tail end of the Civil War, and they just realized they've been free for the last 2.5 years. That's a country motherfucker thing. That's not a whole nationwide thing. So like I said, that's my own personal thing. But I'm all for it because there's 4 black folks, so that's fine. But technically, it's not really even a thing because they were 2.5. That's literally what CP time comes from. They were literally 2.5 years behind the fact that slaves were free. And you're celebrating that as a national holiday. But we all get the day off, so it's fun.
Oh my God. One time someone told me they were on CP time, and I was like, you have a concussion?
Yeah. See, I can just call that the Will Smith disease.
This is Will Smith disease.
Because that's
he should have won a goddamn Oscar for that movie.
Was it really? Because that movie wasn't that good. It was him talking to a fucked up accent, talking like, you have brain problems. Anyway, but yeah, so that went to the game, was great. Played golf, sore as fuck. Black people. Oh, I wish we would have played a day behind. If we would have played yesterday, it would have been very pleasant. 85 degrees outside. But no, we played the day before on Sunday, Father's Day. It was 105 degrees. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Got sunburn on the top of my head. It's big.
Could have watched Hell in a Cell.
All right. Well, not that. We played it. Our tea time was 8 o'clock in the morning.
So you were living Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Hell on the Greens.
And then one other thing real quick. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Have you watched the BET show?
I saw it was on, and then you know what I did?
Record this show.
I ended up... Okay, so I saw it was on, and I was going to watch it, and then I was like, you know what I haven't seen in a... I mean, not in a while, but I saw Paramount Plus. Do you have the Paramount Plus?
No, I do not.
It had some of the old, like, Real World versus Road Rules challenges, and I'm very into that. But I was like, oh my God, I never finished season 1 of that because we had lost cable at the time. when my friend Cam was in the Champs versus Vets or whatever. I don't know. Sorry. You guys probably know him as NFL former star Cameron Wembley. I can call him Cam. So Kamali, we're tight.
No. Anyway.
Yes, because he's my friend's cousin, and then we met at the wedding, and then he said, "Oh, you can call me Cam."
You saw him one time. Here's the thing. Nobody...
It was a great time.
I don't know what that has to do with this horrible show on BET, because you was watching some shitty-ass show on Paramount Plus.
Cam was in it.
Sure.
And Molly was coming over, and I'm like, bitch, our friend is on TV.
But once again, this show on BET with all the singers from the 90s, like I said, it's got members from Total, members from 808, 702... I think I'm just naming area codes, but I'm not. These are all singing groups. From 3LW, slash Cheetah Girls, Nivea, the Ghetto Twins from Cherish, all these ladies. Oh, and fucking the chick from Dan and Duquesne, who was a fucking train wreck. And the plastic surgery just makes me throw up. She looks like the cat lady from It's Always Sunny. It's just horrible. But anyway, Audrey O'Day. So this last episode, Audrey O'Day and Kylie from 3LW get into and it's a whole thing. And then the chick from Total, who, like, in the Bad Boy days, Bad Boy Records, like all the Biggie Smalls songs and all this shit she did. So back in the day, she was gay. And then now she's found Jesus. And so in the Bible, it says gay people can't, it's going against the Bible, teachings and shit. So then, like, Aubrey O'Day had her hand, like, on her leg and shit. And then she was like, you can't touch me because I used to be gay, but I can't. And this is sin and this and that. It's a whole thing. This is the worst show ever, but you have to watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
Oh, it's the greatest shit. And the MVP, the chick from 80, or no, not Boom, like 80.
Black?
Yeah, the chick from Black. She's great because she's the finest one out of all of them. But to be fair, she's married to what's his name from New Edition and Velvet DeVoe, Ronnie DeVoe, I think his name is. So.
Poison.
Right. So she still has money. She's gonna be fine. But she's
I'm
also
really mad I know that song from Glee.
But she's also the most friendliest out of all of them and tries to keep the peace. And then Nivea.
That's how Cam is.
Sure. And then Nivea is just a fucking fool.
You watch your goddamn mouth.
No, no. I'm saying she's one of the MVP. It's the chick from Black and Nivea are the MVPs of the show because Nivea.
Because I'm only gonna watch that shit because of Nivea.
She be clown like.
Nivea's been my favorite singer since I was. Damn.
There was one scene where it was the Ghetto Twins from Cherish. And they're not really. I mean, they're ghetto, but they're fine. But they're ghetto as fuck. But the Ghetto Twins from Cherish was arguing with Audrey O'Day, who was arguing with Kylie from 3LW and the Cheetah Girls and shit. And Nivea's facial expressions in the fact she is fucking hilarious. Nivea is the great because she don't give one.
On Twitter, her name is Randy Watson.
One, she's always drunk as fuck, but two,
Yeah,
she don't give two fucks. So it's the best show this summer. Like there's literally no show. I mean, other than Holy Moly, you can watch. But this show is fucking.
Other than Holy Moly,
yeah.
a miniature golf show.
Yeah, Holy Moly, and BET, the Encore is the only shows to watch this summer. It's great. Anyway, you got any news?
I do. Ice sports.
There you go.
Congrats to the Las Vegas